For more on the inauguration of President Manuel López Obrador, I am joined by Rodrigo Cervantes. He's the Mexico City Bureau Chief for KJZZ. Rodrigo, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Rodrigo, we have a large delegation of Arizonans who attended the inauguration, everyone from the governor to business leaders, political consultants. Were there other states who had such a presence? And what does that mean for Arizona to be there on this very important day?
Well, we had what was probably the largest commission of people coming from the United States in the history of Mexican inaugurations. We're talking of more than 140 people from different delegations from all over the United States. Of course, there were border states that were represented. We had obviously Arizona with Governor Ducey. We also had the interim mayor of the city of Phoenix. We had the governor of California, New Mexico, but there was also the governor of Montana and many other business leaders here. This tells you about the importance that this moment has for the United States and for its relationship with Mexico. There is definitely, if not a concern, a huge interest to keep a good relationship with Mexico and also to keep growing the commercial ties with it.
President López Obrador has said that Mexico cannot be a rich country with poor people. He wants to increase the minimum wage. Right now, it's about 80 pesos a day, which translates into just under $5 a day for minimum wage. He also wants to increase the border-free trade zone. How likely is that to affect change and keep Mexicans in their country, which he has said is what they want to do?
It's going to be very interesting, the entire project that Andrés Manuel López Obrador has, particularly for this free trade zone and the border, where he's expecting to increase minimum wages. He's also expecting to lower the cost of energy, such as gas. And he even mentioned in his official speech that he wants to make this area as competitive as the border states from the United States. Now, this area, let's remember, it is also very interesting and complex because on one hand, you already have very strong industries such as the maquiladoras, but also the immigration tensions and the recent migration that we're seeing from not only from Central America, but also from the Caribbean. There are many migrants that are staying in these border areas. Nobody really knows what's going to be the effect here. And in fact, the plan is expected to get clarified in the next few months.
Rodrigo, we have had presidents who have said this in the past, leaders who have said, I want to do this for the people of my country. Are some individuals moving into this with some cautious optimism because they've been told these things before?
Definitely. Let's remember that Andrés Manuel López Obrador won for a margin of a little bit more than 50% of voters. That means that the other half of the Mexicans that were able to participate and vote are skeptical on López Obrador's approaches. There are very interesting also messages that López Obrador is sending, for instance, on how he's going to handle the economy and global trade. On one hand, in his official inaugural speech, he said that he embraces the relationship with the United States and with Canada. But then on the other hand, he was very strongly opposed to neoliberal policies, which in fact include free trade. So there's a lot of questions on how is the López Obrador formula going to play for Mexico.
And let's talk about partisan politics, because in September, before he was inaugurated, he visited places like Nogales, Sonora, with a different leadership in place, the PRI governor there. What is his motivation to improve outreach to places like Arizona or Sonora? Because he says he would like to return, and that puts us in the spring, perhaps.
Definitely. It is quite clear that for the Mexican government, it is very important their relationship with the United States. The new Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Marcelo Ebrard, is in fact visiting the United States at this point, and there is definitely the intention to increase the potential of the border zone. So they know the importance that this has for trade, for the Mexican economy, and also for the good relationship with the neighbor of the north.
Okay, Rodrigo Cervantes joining us from Mexico City, the Bureau Chief for KJZZ. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the invitation.